Hello, thank you for joining Georgia Hires, the Career Tune-Up. I'm Raven Lee. I'll be your host during this series where we explore why you aren't getting that promotion. Hello and welcome to our series of why you're not getting promoted. I'm Raven Lee and today this is our first video and we're just getting some obvious things out of the way. So if you're doing any of these things that we're about to discuss, it's pretty obvious that you're not setting yourself up to look the best and be in a position to get promoted. So our first thing is if you're late. And I mean late to meetings, late to work, just late in general, late with your projects. This is giving you a bad reputation within the office because people are watching you, whether you realize it or not. People are looking at you and they're watching how you interact within the office, and they're also watching if you're punctual. Being late sends a signal that you're not reliable, and eventually it means you won't show up at all. So people want to know that they can count on you, that you're going to be on time with your to work, you're going to be on time to meetings and be able to contribute, and you're also going to be on time with your work. So if you're late in any way, then that is a sign that you're not ready for a promotion. My next tip is if you're constantly telling inappropriate jokes or stories. This is just a no-no. And you may think, well, I haven't gotten reprimanded for it, so it must be okay. Well, you may think that, but you could be mistaken because some people may not feel comfortable confronting you face to face, but they have no problem going behind your back and telling people how unprofessional you are. And you don't want to get a bad reputation for being unprofessional because, again, that sets you up to not be in a position to get promoted. So don't tell the off-color jokes. Don't tell the shady stories. Keep those for some other time, or maybe even consider if you should be telling them at all. But the workplace is no place for that kind of behavior. Tip number 3, and my final tip, is that you're not performing your job satisfactorily. If you haven't started to master your position, then you shouldn't be looking for a promotion. You should be looking for ways to optimize your current position and show how you can add value to the company. So if you're in a situation where you're not able to perform, maybe it's a bad role and you need to kind of consider looking for something else, consider a lateral. Talk to your leadership team and consider making a lateral move first into a position where you can really show what you have to offer. This can be your last shot at redeeming yourself. So make sure you choose this position carefully and that it's something that you know you can jump right into and show value. So really quick, I want to recap my 3 tips on why you may not be getting a promotion, the obvious things. So 1, you're late. You're either late to work, you're late to meetings, you're late on projects, or all 3. Fix that. You want to be on time. You want to show people that you're reliable. 2, you constantly tell off-color jokes or stories that paint you in a bad light. And 3, you're not performing satisfactory in your current role. So you may need to look for another role that may be a lateral move at first so that you can show how you can add value to the company. So these are some of the obvious things that we're talking about today. Join me later because I'm going to dig deeper into some of the things that aren't as obvious but could still be holding you back from getting that promotion. So thank you for joining today. I look forward to you joining this entire week-long series of why you may not be getting that promotion.